Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Today is Monday. We're back, 9 p.m. It's the Daily Outburst Talk Show. We got Ginger in the house and we got Gemini in the house. Woohoo! What's up, girls? How are you? Well, I'm sorry, excuse me. What's up, ladies? How are you?
Thank you. Thank you.
I listen, I got a little 2-year-old granddaughter, so I'm like, hey, what's up, girl? How you doing, baby?
Yeah. She better be like, I'm good, I'm fine, I'm all right.
She be
Just
looking at
see
me
you
like,
watch a TikTok or YouTube, these kids. Yeah. These kids.
oh man.
I am doing amazing preparing for the Thanksgiving
Yes.
family love, a lot of eating because I like to eat and just taking a day off and relaxing. So I'm good overall.
That's good. That's good. Gemini, how are you?
I'm lovely. I'm preparing to have two Thanksgivings up here in North Carolina with my sister. Drive back down the next day to Atlanta and enjoy more of a plant-based Thanksgiving because
Gotcha.
that's my lifestyle. So
Yep.
Gotcha.
yeah, this Thursday I'll be picking past the meat. Be like, are those greens? Do they got something in it? Let me just get the
Exactly.
gravy. Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Now that's
you got net bone nose greens. I'm not.
the toughest thing right now for Christmas and Thanksgiving, right? Where you're a vegan, correct? Or
That's the title. Sure.
okay, yeah, and it's very picky, especially us black folks. You know, we like to throw everything in there now. You know,
Mm.
some ham hock, some this and that, and this and that.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
And
you
see,
got to be.
I'm a pesky, so I just be like, oh goodness.
Look, I've been on a diet since this morning for Thursday. So next after Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Oh, I'm gonna be pigging out. Okay, you might
Mhm.
see a little, poundage next Monday
Oh
on
man,
my face.
enjoy.
I know, I
Exactly.
know. All right, so let's get to it because I know a lot of listeners want to know what's going on. We're not going to go into details, but we just want to talk about friends and friendship and who's your friend. But we want to start off with what's going on now with Shaquanda. Is it? I'm sorry, yeah,
Shanquella.
Shaquilla. Yeah, Shanquella Robinson. How couple of not too long ago she went to Mexico with some of her friends, so-called friends, guys and girls, and she ended up dead. And the sad part about it right now, and it's still mind boggling, where one of her friends actually spoke to her parents, spoke to her mother, saying, "Hey, she died of uh, alcohol poisoning," which is not true. And for you just to lie, you knew what happened. You know what I'm saying? Just to lie to someone's mother that you know that it didn't happen the way that you explained it. I mean, I don't know if it's heartbreaking to them. I don't know what's going on in their mind, but that's a little demonic to me where you can actually lie in front of someone and say, "Hey, I knew what happened, but yet, hey, I'm going to tell a fib pertaining this and so forth." So, about that, what do you think, Ginger? What do you think about what's going on right now with that incident?
First and foremost, definitely my sincere condolences to her family, to her loved ones, just to her true connections because it's like you said, it's an unfortunate circumstance. She was a beautiful young lady. From what it seems like, she had a bright future. Very just motivated to be great. Um, in this instance, I'm not gonna use the word friends, and the reason I'm not gonna use the word friends is because I'm a friend. I have friends,
Right.
and there's never ever in time or in my life that I would do something that's going to harm one of my friends, because to me a friend is synonymous to or equal to a family member to me. When you have a friend, I love my friends. Like I adore my friends. I love my friends, whether it's good, bad, in between. I would never ever do something to where it causes a detriment of death to my friend. And then, like you said, I would never be able to face my friend's family member and just say like, "Oh, something happened, but I don't know what's going on." And then to even take it a step further, do you really think if you were my friend, as they keep saying friend, you think that if you passed away with all due diligence and respect, that I would leave your body in another country? and
Right.
come
Yeah.
back like nothing happened. To me, that's disgusting. It's disgraceful, and every last one of them,
Yep.
even the one, and that outrages me because even the one that was taping it
Wow.
is disgusting. You're disgusting. I don't care if you get on Instagram, TV shows, and say you sorry. You're not sorry because you're gonna sit there and let your friend, or if they were really your friends, you're gonna let them fight and beat on somebody like just naturally. That's disgusting. That's not entertaining. That's not funny. It's really disgusting, and it really shows that you have no type of morals. You have no values, no ethics, nothing about you,
That's
nothing
true.
about you at all. It's no difference if some within the society now. I hate it because people to pick up their phone to tape something before they pick up their phone to call the damn ambulance or the police to help somebody. Why is it so important that you need to pick up a telephone to record something? Why? So you can have something to go viral with? But yeah, you got to sleep with this image in your head because somebody died from you being stupid and picking up your phone and saying, oh, and then you hear the person saying, Quilla, oh my God, at least fight back or whatever it is. So don't quote me exactly what
Yeah.
it's saying.
Yeah.
But you're
Right.
disgusting that you would even sit yourself there and watch somebody beat on somebody else. And she was defenseless because she wasn't even fighting back.
Oh, and she was naked and defenseless. That's the whole
Naked and
thing. I mean,
defenseless. And then this happened. I don't care what they say, and I'm not an investigator and all this stuff. But then this happened within 24 hours. So, in my personal opinion, y'all planned this. And this wasn't even a thing about friendship. I feel like it was envious. They envied her from the beginning. They've been envying her. She was never their friend.
Right.
She was never their friend because it wouldn't have been so easy to leave your friend's body there, even if that did happen. To
that's
face
true.
her mom and get on the phone and lie, y'all knew exactly what you was doing, but you didn't expect for it to end up in her death. So whatever happens to them, honestly, I stand on the side of they deserve everything that they get, everything that they get. Because me as a mom, I would feel like her mom said, she had just talked to her daughter. Who are them to play judge and executioner? Who are they? Like it pisses me off because it just shows how stupid some people could be. Now, one decision y'all made, thinking it probably was funny to do that, it's gonna cost y'all lives. It really is.
Yep.
So I still say justice for Shanquella. I really do.
Justice,
It was very
absolutely.
it was just very unfortunate because she was a beautiful young lady. Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Gemini, thing you
I
got to
feel.
say?
Yeah. I feel like it's that people would plan to go on a whole trip to a beautiful place. They have a great time to do something like that to somebody, and it's it's unfortunately a side we'll never hear because one person's not here to speak, and then it's all these people's story, and then there's the truth of the matter, which I
Mhm.
feel like we'll never even truly know. You
Yeah, we
know,
would never know the truth. That's the sad part right
Yeah,
there.
because
yeah, it's
what
crazy.
to speak towards, like, and you said something very key, Ginger. You said she wasn't their friend. I think she was their friend,
Yeah,
but
you're
they
right. She was there. You're right. She was their friend, but they were never her friend. And that I guess will lead into our theme because sometimes you can be people's friend, but in the end, you find out later, and sometimes it's years later, it's decade later, that those people that you were friends to, they were never your friends.
Mhm.
And that's a very hurting feeling.
See, my thing is if you guys were so caught up in friendship and all that, the first thing everyone did was pick up a freaking cell phone and started recording because obviously they knew what was about to go down. Okay. Obviously
Yeah.
they chatted it beforehand that something is about to go down. Get cameras ready, get film photos ready because this is about to go down. And that's the sad part. This is when it comes to friendship. I mean, if I know for a fact that my friend, something's about to happen to my friend, I'm not picking up no phone. First of all, I'm going to say, hey, first of all, what happened? What's going on? If I wasn't in a part of it in the beginning and I just got here to Mexico, because obviously there was a couple of them and I probably one or two didn't know what was going on. Okay. Secondly, I would ask, hey, what's up with all of this? Hold on, we came here to have a good time. What's all this fussing about? You know, and I've heard stories like this where friends that they go to another country, But yet there's like one or two friends that didn't have any money. They only had enough money for the hotel and the flight, but didn't have any money.
You always get that. And I always say, well, why even go?
Why? Why bother? But that's beside the story. There was just a friend that probably didn't know what was going on, and they could have stopped it. There was a lot of things within that day or within that time frame that they were there that a lot of things could have been stopped. Hey, you could have talked about it.
Right.
I'm not going to take my ass to another country to fight somebody while we could have handled it right here.
I'm not fighting you in this country. You hear me? Who you fighting? I'm not fighting you here in this country. We too old for that, too grown. I wish somebody would snatch my good wig off, talking about they want to fight. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I got on my good hair. I'm not fighting you.
Second of all, I'm naked too, and you want to fight me? Hold on, let me put on some clothes because something might go down. Police might come and so forth. Exactly. What's going on? But yeah, it was just crazy how every day there's more and more to it that's coming out. First of all, it was just the lies, just a blatant lie to the police, to the authorities of Mexico, to the authorities of the United States, and to the parents of this young lady. It was just lies, nothing but lies. No one came out and was like, you know what, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get in trouble. I might get some time for this, but this is what happened. But everyone want to save their ass. Everybody want to be a gangster, a goon, and stuff like that. And now they're all shutting up and quiet. Come on, man. It's freaking silly, man.
And you called it right out too, as far as accountability. Like, I haven't heard, and I don't follow it 24/7, obviously. But from what it looks like I haven't heard anybody taking any form of accountability about what happened. Any apologies, showing any form of remorse.
None of her friends, even supposedly her best friend, was it a guy? I believe her best friend. Her best friend, I believe, that contacted the parents to tell the parents what happened, but yet still you lied. You're lying, man. And I wish and I pray that all of them get some good time for this, because this is ridiculous. At this day and age right now, this is ridiculous. This girl was good. She was making money. She had her own little business and stuff. I think she paid ways for a couple of the friends there. She was doing some good things in the community, good things in her life, to take that away at a young age. And she was 22, 23?
She probably paid for them, and she was like, let's talk about paying me back.
I think they did say, I think I did read somewhere where she paid, but even nevertheless, more than likely. But then y'all stole $6,000. Like the dad, I just read today in the thing, like the father confirmed that they stole $6,000. Like, because we don't want to go. I don't want to go too deep into it, because once again, like you said, is that side, this side, and then it's the truth. And unfortunately, the person who knows the truth, may her soul rest in beautiful peace. And it's just unfortunate, but I think it comes down to a fact of envy. Because people who are envious and jealous, it goes a long way.
Ooh, tell me about it.
And I mean, some people could be treacherous when they envy you or they are jealous of you. And it's just like, you can do the same thing. So why sit and be envious or hate me for my hard work? I never understood that. I've never understood that. Never understood that. To me, some people just lazy.
Yep.
But just lazy. But to use the word friends, none of them, not even the best friend, none of them deserve to even use that word. They need to even remove that from the articles, the talks, everything, because none of them were her friends. None.
Yep. And
there's no way. I'm not even gonna sit and watch my two friends fight.
Oh yeah.
Cause that's when I'll be like, no, we're not doing this. Like, this not happening, y'all. I love you and I love you. I'm not watching y'all fight at all.
I don't care what it is. I don't
care what it is. I'm not.
If we're that close, come on. Yeah, like Jasmine, there's a listener here, Jasmine. She states the authorities are made up. Everything is made up right now. She just said, let's just be clear. There will be answers to the cosmic karma. That's good. Gemini, want to chime on that?
I was about to say, that's Gemini era right there.
Woo.
Yeah, absolutely. That's actually my beautiful sister.
Hi,
Um,
beautiful
Okay.
sister.
yeah,
What's her name?
Hey,
Jasmine.
Jasmine.
with my beautiful sister Jasmine, and it's something that we talk about all the time, is utilizing your discernment. At some point, at the end of every one of our stories, what do we kind of say? We always knew. We knew something. The Bible says, by their fruit you shall know them, right? So her friends had to not be her friends long time ago.
Oh yeah,
I'm
a long
saying
time.
the same. I'm saying we moving forward, if this can be a testament to how we move forward in our personal lives, how we teach our children, how we teach our youth, we have to train people to see people who for who they are the first time. Sometimes we get caught up in this black white culture and this and that, and it's like you're still missing the wolf that's in your house,
Mm-hmm.
the person that's in your left pocket that you calling your friend, that you tell all your
Mm,
business. But if they've always gossiped about you, you know what I'm saying? How do you know who is really for you? If they're never cheering you on, if they always giving you sly comments, take those things seriously. They mean it. People always show you who you are, who they are. We just tend to, because that may not be our intention, we tend to put ourselves on them, but they're showing us the whole time.
mm.
Mm-hmm.
I've had people do me dirty, but what did I always know? Exactly what they were gonna do from the beginning. But because I'm not like that, I was like, well, let me give them a chance. Let me give them a chance to do exactly what I know they're gonna do. And maybe they'll prove me wrong, but they already showed me exactly who they are. We have to take heed. We are too wise of a people to be having things like this happen to our sisters, our brothers, our children, our mothers. Anyone that's out there knows that at some point throughout each day, you are in tune with your intuition. Especially, this is kind of about us as
Yep.
Black people. We are so in tune with the cosmic creator. There's nothing that happens that we never see coming. We may not think it's actually going to happen to us, but we always have the thought and then we brush it off. So it comes down to accountability for myself, because you could be doing whatever you want to me, but the truth is I'm putting myself in that position. Once again, not placing blame on the young lady. What I'm saying is, for us, we have to take accountability moving forward for how we operate, how we teach our children. Let this young lady's life not be in vain. Let it be a testament to how we teach moving forward. Pay
Oh yeah.
attention.
Oh yeah. And I'm sure everyone has a scenario or have a story. And I just
Yeah.
want to piggyback on something here. I remember there was a long time ago, and I want you to chime in, Ginger. Long
Mm-hmm.
time ago with Ginger, where the situation, and out of all that came out, I remember that used to call me too, and we used to go through things, and when things had settled, you knew who your friends were at that point in time after everything was done and gone. You know what I'm saying? Tell me about that. How did you discern? Because everyone has a discernment in their body and their soul to discern, to depict. Okay, is this person real? Is this person not real? Or this is my true friend, or this is my foe? How did you dissect that in your life, Ginger?
Oh man. Well, that's pretty easy. That's real easy. They say, a lot of times you will know who your friends are when you need them the most, and sometimes you might not need them. It's different sectors that you might need someone. It might not always be financial. It may be emotional. It may be psychological. But the thing about it is that when you're a real friend, from my definition, you're there no matter what. Good, bad, in between, happy, sad, whether you're right, whether you're wrong. And also, too, to be a good friend, you also have to use reciprocity because it's very important. So when I define that in a difficult time that I've always been, my friends never change their stripes. The people that love me, they love me regardless. Or whenever I was able, I needed to talk to somebody, or like you said, when the dust settled, they were still there. When everything dissipated, they were still standing. So, and then the people that, when the dust settled, they were gone. I kind of felt I was relieved
Mm,
at different times in my life. When the dust settled and you were gone, that was a sense of relief for me, because you know what I didn't do? I didn't replace you. I didn't come looking for you. Because once the
mm,
dust settled and I went through something, I'm not coming to look for you, because if you were still standing, that means you were there for me, because I'm still standing here. I'm waiting on you. So if you were not there, that means that it just wasn't what it is. And I had to get to a point of contentment. with this is just not where the divine is taking me. This person is just not meant to be here in my
Absolutely.
life. You know, this person is not prepared to go to the next level with me. Or I had to also accept too, maybe I'm not prepared to go to that next level with that individual, but it's okay. It's okay, because if it was meant to be, if it was in his order and in his step and in the pathway that he had for me, it will happen. So at this age now, it's just like I'm 40 now, and it's just like at this age now, it's kind of like you pick up association or affiliations, but those friends are deeply rooted. They're ingrained at this point. Not saying that I cannot meet new people and become friends, but that family friend is kind of like a kind of go hand in hand with me at this point. But yeah, when the dust settled, if you weren't there, you just weren't there. I didn't take it personal. But I had to take it took me a long time because, like Jim and I said, I was that person that at one point in my life, I was always so kind and so, soft spoken, and I would give 100%. And, some people like, oh, I'll give everything. I'll give you the shirt off my back.
Mhm.
I had to learn to keep my shirt on my back until you deserved it.
That's a fact. I don't do that
I had to learn,
anymore.
to keep my shirt on my back, because guess what? You don't deserve that shirt off my back.
Wow. Amen.
Absolutely. I think boundaries was a big lesson for me growing up. I didn't see my mom have boundaries, and she would pray and say, God, why did you give me this good heart? People just take advantage of me. But sometimes we're not taught, and we haven't learned how to say no. Saying no will save your life.
No is so powerful, but I actually had to go through therapy to learn how powerful no was.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's hard right now because in this day and age, with all social media, you have this facade to keep. You have this reputation to keep. For what? Come on now. Once I get off social media and someone say, "Hey, I need this," well, if I can give it to you, or if I have it, yeah. But if I don't know, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, this and that," or I'm acting like I'm big and bad and I have thousands of dollars, and if someone really needed help and I can't help them, come on now. That's all this facade that everybody's throwing in. And
you open up Pandora's box now, because like you just used that word facade. Facade is so true. And when you said about social media, because guess what? Social media is exactly what it is. When you break the words down, social media is entertainment. So who are you proving anything to? It's your social media. It's the way you want to portray. If you want to be sad today, if you want to be happy one minute, if you want to post something this way, it shouldn't matter. I should say, I'm not gonna say it doesn't. It should not matter. But we've made it, so many of us, and I'm saying us because I'm speaking generalized right now, we've made it a part of our daily lives that some people literally live and breathe off their social media. They start to think like this is who this person is, but you don't know when that person shuts their phone off who they really are.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Because I know for me, I'm only putting on social media what I want the people to see. You're never going to know everything about me through social media because that's not what I want. But yet we've seen some people that they live and breathe through social media, the TV, what they want to do. I'm not doing all that every day because that's not who I am.
Right. That's a fact. I don't even post my daughter. My daughter's about to get one this weekend. I have not posted a picture of her. I posted pictures when I was pregnant.
Right.
Because I'm doing, I'm sharing inspirational messages, but you don't need to see my daughter. You can't afford to see my daughter.
Right.
My daughter is sacred. My daughter is special.
Say it again, Gemini. You can't afford it.
You can't afford to see my daughter. My daughter is sacred and she's special.
And all they want to do is criticize. I don't care what you do.
That part. Gossip, criticize. My daughter is beautiful. My daughter is banging. She's intelligent. She's a champion. But guess what? I'm not gonna put her out there for the people who are on social media. It's supposed to be handling your business. But for all the other people that's just really there to gossip, why would I give you something to gossip about, positive or negative? If you have a negative mindset, all you can do is attach negativity to my daughter. So I'm good. Even when I'm famous, y'all, I'm not posting my daughter. I know it's gonna be paparazzi's out there starting pages of me and my daughter, but they gonna have to fight for them photos. We are not free, and we're not cheap either.
Oh yeah. I just don't understand how you could just post your everyday life, because there's people out there, there's stalkers out there just looking at you. They're waiting for that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? To do things like if you're posting cash, you're posting cars, you got this, you got that. That's just ample opportunity for someone to come and take it.
Right.
Period. And there's stories, and rest in peace, Pop Smoke. I saw the story on Pop Smoke, and that's how they got. He died in California because he was posting everything as soon as he landed, where he stayed, where he was going, what studio he was at, shows and this and that. And unfortunately, someone came, they saw that, they envy it, they were jealous, and they came and got it. They stole out of everything. You know how much they got? Almost like $500 worth of jewelry. And now they're in jail for life.
And somebody's dead.
And somebody's dead.
Once
for
again,
$500.
And I bet they portrayed themselves as his friend or fan.
Somebody set him up.
Yeah, a friend, right? Because there's always a person close to you. They always say keep your enemies close.
Somebody set him up.
People close. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I don't even. I'm gonna be honest. I do family. If you're not close enough to be my family, I feel like they say keep your friends close and your enemies closer. But what it really comes down to is a friend is an enemy that you can do business with. Y'all have common ground. Because family is the only one you should really be sharing anything with. Your business led into your house. And it doesn't mean born of blood, born from my mother, born from my father.
Right. But you consider family.
Yes, I've vetted you. I know your spirit. I know that you mean me well. You can get close to me. We have too many friends and too many titles out there that we use so loosely. Everybody's not your sister. Everybody's not your brother.
They use it, yeah. Hey, friend. Hey, bestie. No,
sis. I'm not your sis.
We didn't go to war together. You ain't the bestie.
You ain't be there when I was on the field crying. Yeah, exactly. But that's what I mean by family. Like, if you're my friend, I consider you family because you're somebody I hold dear to my heart. You know, it's more than that. And I also work hard too to be that good friend to you back. You know, it's reciprocity for me. It's just I'm not always taking to be a good friend or sister or whatever it is. I need to be able to give it back, pour into you as well, as much as you pour into me. Other than that, it's unequal.
Oh yeah,
and it can't be unequal.
Like Ginger and I, we met because Ginger, she was doing what was it? We were doing events and stuff back in the day and so forth. We met there, and ever since then we became friends, and we became tighter through certain situations, and we're still here. You know, that's the definition of a friend. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how long you've been missing. Once you come back, we're going to take care of business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have friends back in New York, 20, 30 years and so forth. And if they call me right now, I'm there. You know, if I need them right now, just a phone call away, I'm there. But there's some friends that so-called friends because why? You have the money, you have the fame, you have the cars, you have the people, you have the influence and so forth. So that's why they call you friend. But once all that is done,
they gone.
Okay, they gone too.
Friend those normally the ones you see every single day. But if you think about it, right, your friends or your family, like you said, you don't have to talk to them every day. You don't have to see them all the time. But when you call or when they call you, it's like something it's like it never left. But those so-called friends, quote unquote, here we go with that word friends again, right? When you got everything, it's all this stuff, it's some excitement, all of that stuff, they right there in the mix. Every single day they want to know what's going on. You know why they want to know? Because they need to keep you close so they can know the status, what's going on. Because it's only benefiting them. But a true friend, guess what? I don't need you for your riches. I don't need you for your fame. I don't need you for what you got to give. I just love you. So regardless if I see you today, next month, next year, maybe a couple of years from now, that love will never, ever, ever change.
Yes.
Because you're here. You're not here. You're right here with me constantly.
Yes.
Same way how some people could be so territorial. How can you be territorial? Because like you be friends. And when you get older, you start a family and you have things and careers and all of those things. It's impossible to talk to each other every single day or sit on the phone for hours that you probably would have as a teenager and so forth. But does that stop your friendship? It shouldn't. If you were a true friend, it should never stop. It should
That's
never
true.
ever stop.
That's true.
Because like Jim and I said, you're no longer a friend. I consider you family. Blood doesn't make you family.
Yeah.
And to me, a definition of a friend is a person that's going to defend you when you're not around.
Right.
You better know it.
Period.
Because
That's
nobody
a
can come say
definition of a
anything about
friend.
my friends. I don't care what it is.
Okay, Ginger.
I'm checking you at the gate.
Ginger, what? Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Don't be talking about that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the true definition of a friend to me. You know
Only
what I'm saying?
person that talk about Winchell is Michelle because she be telling the truth.
I'm gonna correct what I said about my earlier statement, my earlier sentiment. Now that a friend is an enemy, I realize now I put people into 3 categories. Friends, meaning I've vetted you have my best interest at heart. Family, meaning you get to come to my inner courts. And relative, relative to a situation, I know you because we happen to be related. Not everybody I'm related to is family, but we have some kind of relationship. If I know you from work, you're my relative because relative to our relationship is this one connection. And everybody outside of a relative, I don't even know you because if so, you'd be in 3 categories. So yeah, I do have my friends who are like my family, and then I have my family who also include some of my friends that are genuinely my family, and then I have everyone who's just relative, meaning we have a common situation, we have common ground, we have some business we handling, something like that.
Exactly.
But
and
I know
where it should be.
Right. I know how far I'm gonna shout to you from 10 miles away because I know you have my back until it doesn't interest you anymore. So we're relative to this situation that we have in common. But once it's not in common, I already know who you are. We can utilize our situation to our advantage, to both of our greater advantage. But I know to watch you. I'm not going to give you my back. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where the friends close and enemy closer comes in. Like, we can be relative to a situation. We can do great business, which is how I think, just keeping it plain, our community got mixed up with some other communities, is we were supposed to keep it business. But we let people into our house. And then we threw off our discernment, talking about, well, we're just kind people. We can't be kind and dumb. We have to put people where they in their position. You know what I'm saying?
Place people where they belong.
Right.
Have discernment, and when you see, like you say, you call a spade a spade.
A spade a spade.
And stop trying to make that spade into a heart because it's not the same thing.
Yep.
Right.
And for me, if you're my friend, you got one time to fuck up. If you call me your friend, and you know what I'm saying, you got one time to fuck up. That's it. Now we're gonna chit chat and talk. We're gonna dabble, dibble, and dabble, but you ain't gonna get close like you used to.
Right. I ain't see you.
It changes the dynamics.
Absolutely. It's like cheating. You ain't gonna trust the person no more after they cheat. That's it. You may take them back, but then you get that one eye open every single minute.
Because it changes the dynamics.
Yep. You're absolutely right. And it's crazy, man. So again, rest in peace to her. I just pray, the truth comes out within these couple of weeks, man. I mean, the holidays is right around the corner. They're not going to have a daughter to celebrate Thanksgiving, to celebrate Christmas, to celebrate New Year's, to celebrate her birthday, to celebrate grandkids. Nothing. It's done. And they're continuing to lie. Like, what can we? I mean, it just sickens me when I hear the story. It sickens me. When I first heard it, I was like, what? What happened? Something got to be going on. And when everything just came into play, I was like, wow, this one. And she's short. She's real small, petite. And for them to gang, and you saw that girl. You saw the girl. The lady that was trying to fight her, big and stuff like that. It's like 5'11" or something like that. She was a little petite, 4, 5 feet, and so forth. For you to take advantage like that, man, come on. And your best friend was there. Come on, man. Woo. Anyways, well, any last words? Because I'm about to blow up and they about to censor us and shut us down. I don't want to say no more.
Yeah. Just definitely my condolences to the family. If there anybody watching, everybody, any age, no matter what age you are, trust yourself.
Yes.
And if you feel like you thirsty, like you need friends, I think that's a key sign to step back and say, let me spend time with myself. Because
Yeah.
I may be too thirsty to where someone can pass me any drink and it might be poison, but I'm gonna take it because I'm thirsty. Trust yourself, but that starts with knowing yourself, to know who even deserves your energy, who deserves you to be around them. Like, you're special and you're important. Everybody is in their own right, and everybody deserves to discern and use their intuition to
Yeah.
say, I'm important. If you are not worth pushing me forward, if you're not worth my time, if you're not worth my energy, it's okay for me to keep myself sacred and stay alive and stay blessed.
Exactly.
That's one thing I like that, Gemini. That's one thing, especially for our men, our young boys. You know, take the
Yeah.
time and think. Like, if this person, supposedly friend, is giving me a gun and say, hey, let's go shoot this person down, just stop and think what's going to happen to you in the next 40 to 50 freaking years.
Yeah.
Number one, you may not survive because that person that you're trying to kill or trying to hurt may have more firepower than you, may take it over, and you might die. That's number one. Number two, of course, that person that you're with is going to tell on you once they get caught.
Hello.
Or number three, you're going to spend either life or a death sentence. Just think about certain things. Even with us, back in the day, there was a lot of things that peer pressure. There was a lot of things, some older kids in high school, they wanted me to join. Hey, come on, big guy, because I always to be nice and stubby and stuff. Oh, come on, big guy, let's go do this, let's go do that. And I'm like, nah, I can't. You know, especially in Brooklyn, I can't. They wanted me to ride the train to Queens to go fight people in Queens. Hell no.
Not in Brooklyn.
No, I don't care. There used to be a lot of things that peer pressure used to be on me a lot, and I had to say no. And thank God I did say no, because I would either be in jail or dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So take heed, young people. Take heed, just to stop and think. You don't need to carry a gun in school. You don't need to carry a gun around. You don't need to carry a gun and flash it on social media thinking you big and bad. You don't need all that. There's bigger and better things out there for you. The ladies, you don't need to be pregnant at 12, 13. The young girls, you don't need to go smoke. You don't need to shake your booty on TV, on social media for likes. And that's all you're doing. You're shaking your booty for likes. And then for what? What is that getting out? What is that? I just don't understand it. Ginger, last words.
Oh gosh. As far as what?
Just to the community, just to the people, about what's the situation that happened with Shanquella and just in life in general, man. Like, we need to stop, because in all honesty, there's number one, I'm not making a race issue right now, but number one, especially for us, as soon as we were born, there was one strike against us: our skin color. That was our first strike. Okay, so we had to basically, you know it, Gemini, Ginger, we had to work for ours. Nothing came free for us. Nothing. We had to work. Education-wise, we had to work. Just once you get a job, to climb the corporate ladder, to climb whatever ladder that you're in your current position, we had to work for that. Nothing came free for us. We didn't sell anything. We didn't sell drugs. We didn't do this. We didn't do all that. We had to work for it. And that's what I want to try to tell these young kids. Yeah, you have to work for it. And the things that you get out of when you work hard for it, like we're doing right now, we're going to work hard for this podcast to bring out viable information to the masses. That's what we're doing. We're going to work hard for you guys. So everything will be nice and easy for some people. But come on now, I'm not going to carry a gun on me all day long. For what? Doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to envy or be jealous of somebody got a better podcast than us. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be jealous, because we're going to make it. We have some talented individuals right now amongst us three that we're going to make it. There's nothing I'm not going to steal any viewers. I'm not going to steal anything from anyone. No. We're going to do this the right way, the God way, the holy way, the righteous way. So, to the people, to the family of the Robinsons, hey, our hearts are with you guys, and I just pray something comes out, that you guys get peace out of this. Get peace. Anything, Ginger? Because I can go on and on.
If I had to, if I had to give a message to my younger people, as you guys know, I'm really big in the community. I'm a community leader, just a leader in general. My thing is that although time ticks, it doesn't mean that you have to follow the dial. And what that means is that slow down, take your time, and make the right decision. And when you're confused and you don't know what's the right decision, stop being so young with so much pride and go and seek help. And what I mean by that, go and seek help in a lot of different areas. If you find yourself angry, go and seek help because you're not really angry. They're stemming from somewhere. Go and seek help. If you didn't have that mother, you didn't have that father, and you want to do better, you want to be a better person, go and seek help. And help doesn't have to say that you're weak. You can seek help by getting a role model, getting someone that you trust, a safe haven.
That's
It's
right.
very important. And another message that I will have to the adults now is that when you see that same child that needs help, quote unquote, be that person. Do your due diligence and help them. Talk to them, hug them, give them positive affirmations. As Gemini said with her daughter, she said every positive word that there was about her daughter. You know why? Because she's speaking that into the universe now because she knows that's going to manifest with her daughter. I'm a huge believer in, stop talking down to our kids. Start raising them up through your words.
Yeah.
And it's not even a race thing. It's just that our younger generation, they're already built with the sense of, entitlement. So let's try to transform that or work hard and do something every day to make the world a better place. It sounds cliche, but if one person did one good thing to help make the world a better place and to really lift up our young people, imagine the difference that it really would make.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it could trickle down. Once that
Absolutely.
young person see that, they're going to tell their friends and they're
And
going to help out.
break those generational curses. And another thing is I really want to see more two-parent households again because that's so beneficial to our kids. I'm not saying that it will happen in every household, but if we can work towards that,
Yeah.
I just really feel like it is. I mean, I'm a believer in our future are the children. I love children. I believe in everything that they do. I don't believe that there are any bad children. I just believe that it's some that may take a little longer to get where they're going. And so, as that adult and as other adults, friends, leaders, and so forth, let's be there for our children. Let's be there for our youth. Let's
Amen.
lift them up and stop tearing them down.
That's
When
right.
you see a frown, hug them or give them that smile that you need.
That's right.
Even if they're having a bad day, don't say, oh, they bad or they difficult or it's no hope. It's always hope for everybody, baby.
Because words do manifest. You're right. Words do manifest.
You have some children that when you really sit down and you break them down and you really get into their psyche, those same kids that might be having issues, okay, is it really a problem? Or is it something else that we need to decipher and do our due diligence and find out so that we can be on common ground to make them better? And I could go on and on all day because you guys know I'm a children advocate all day long. And I just know that when you start from a young age, you don't know where that child can go. But because of life and experiences that they may have gone through, it stops a lot. So, children slow down, our young youth slow down. You got an entire life. That clock will keep ticking, but you got to slow down and really value your life. Because one fast move or one fast decision will change the dynamics of your life for the rest of your life.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you can't come back from it.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you can't come back from it. And our adults, be adults and stop looking at these children like they grown-ups because they're not. They still need that same love that you may have got or you may not have gotten.
Oh, yeah.
But be that person to give the love.
Amen.
If I can just expound a little bit on something Ginger said, because it just sparked in me, just to really hit home on the idea of mentorship. Because sometimes I feel like our people are really kind of getting into the idea of therapy. But beyond therapy, how do you move forward? It's still easy to go to a therapist, talk about your issues, and walk out of there and say, I still don't have an example of how to move forward. Don't be ashamed to ask somebody, hey, I like what you're doing. Teach me how to get there. Even if they're
matters.
you. Yes, even if they're one step in front of you, that's still a step that instead of trying to do it on your own and get there and feeling stupid, just say, help me. You've already successfully done it. Help me. Get therapy, get mentorship. And the biggest thing is take accountability for the fact that you are important. You have a superpower of seeing problems. That means you're the one with the solutions. You're
Mm,
important. You are purposed. And if each one of us say, I might be the one to change this world, if we can all take that stance, every little bit of change that we make will quantum like just leap us into a whole nother dimension as a people. If we all take accountability for the fact that we're important, because each of us are, we're all actors in this story. But if one of us don't show up, then how does the play go on? You know, we
Hmm.
have to know we're important, but that takes, I can't let my daughter know she's important if I don't think I'm important. So we're not just affecting ourselves when we decide to give up on ourselves. We're affecting our generations. We're
yes,
affecting the world because the children are the future.
you're right.
But we have to know we're important. Get that therapy, get that mentorship. It doesn't make you weak to be vulnerable. That's a strength. And it doesn't make you stupid to ask for help.
That's right. And one of the things, and Ginger, we definitely got to talk. I definitely want to see if I can mentor, even starting off with one or two, young boys or young, even teenagers, young men.
Absolutely.
I'm 47 years old. If I can help a 20-year-old, that's perfectly fine. If we can go out there, play some basketball, play some chess, checkers, and so forth, and just talk about the ordeal that's going on in his life, then I would definitely take that upon myself and help that individual. Or anyone listening out there, if you have an office space or even a warehouse space that we can have more kids, young men and women that we can mentor, that by all means, if you have resources, we can definitely use that and go for that. Because this year 2023, I want to take our young generation to another level.
Definitely
Okay.
so. Definitely so. But after those, those days is going to be a lot of great things that, as you know, that we are getting ready to launch as well as myself. So it's a lot of amazing things that we're getting ready to do, and life gonna be is gonna be beautiful. Guess what? It take one person to start something great.
Mm-hmm.
But I just always say as well, when you are a leader, lead by example. Because remember, when you're leading, you could either lead them to astray or you could lead them the right way.
Yep.
So you have to lead by example, and you lead with integrity. You lead just based on the principles that you would want someone else to follow.
That's right. Let's get it
Don't
done.
Yeah, don't lead people into calamity. That's not
That's
what we're
true.
doing.
Oh no.
That's not what we're
Amen.
doing. Absolutely not.
Well, listeners, want to thank you again to listening to our podcast. It's been a very interesting and informational podcast. If you want to rewind and listen to more, by all means, do so. From the cast of the Daily Outburst Talk Show, we want to extend our gratitude to have a nice and healthy and happy Thanksgiving. Okay, don't eat too much because we want you all back Monday. All right. So, guys, I love you guys. Ginger, thank you. Gemini, thank you again. All right. We love you. We will see you next Monday at 9 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, let's lock in. I love you. I love you. I love you. We will see you next week.
Happy
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Always give thanks, peace, and blessings, everybody.
Yes, sir. All right. Bye, y'all. Bye.